Hey guys, it's Kingpin325 Gaming here. I just wanted to do a quick deck list video, show y'all what I'm running in my UW Control deck for best of one and ranked on Explorer. If anybody wants to build this deck, here's my specific list. Here's what I use for best of one. I have an alternate list for best of three with a sideboard and everything. I'm not going to get into that on this video. That'll be a video for another time. But would you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and then put in the comments what you think of the deck, if you have any suggestions to possibly make it better, or if you just want to comment a deck that you actually want to see. Uh, Go ahead and start it off here. I'm running 4 Field of Ruin to take care of the pesky man lands, like Hall of the Storm Giants, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Lair of the Hydra, the take care of the lands like Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, uh, stuff like that. I'm running 4 irrigated farmland. The 4 irrigated farmland, it is a plains island. It is to enable me to run lay down arms, and it makes that card just better. Also, the having the option to cycle it late game is nice as well. I'm running 4 Hallowed Fountain, again a plains island. Being able to shock it in and have it enter untapped is nice. I'm running Glacial Floodplain. It does enter tapped, same as the irrigated farmland, but I am only running 2 of it. It's a plains island to help make lay down arms better. I'm running 4 of the irrigated farmland, 4 of Hallowed Fountain, 4 Field of Ruin, and just 2 of the Glacial Floodplains, and just 2 Deserted Beach. Deserted Beach will enter the battlefield tapped unless I control 2 or more other lands. That's just to help out late game if I pull it. I'm running 1 Odawara, the Soaring City. It's mostly for its bounce effect. I do play it every once in a while as a land, but having its bounce effect is really nice. I'm running only 2 islands with 1 Hall of the Storm Giants to give me a late game swinger. Castle Vantress as a 1-of to give me the scry ability to help me dig down late game and get my answers that I need. I'm running 3 planes. The 3 planes again is for the lay down arms. I'm running in a Ganjo, Seat of the Empire. This is specifically for its channel ability to be able to use as removal. If I'm desperate for land, I do use it as land, but it's primarily for its removal effect. I'm running a Cave of the Frost Dragon. This is again just to have a late game swinger. Getting into the spells now. I'm running 2 March of Otherworldly Light. I had it at 3, but I dropped it down. I like the feeling of just running 2 better because of the other stuff that's in the deck. This can get rid of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. It's great single target removal. Next, I'm running 1 Shark Typhoon. This I can either cycle to draw a card and get me that XX Shark token, or against certain decks I do like to hard cast it, and if it sticks, it's just basically a free win. I run 2 Farewell. The Farewells work great against the pesky Rakdos sacrifice decks, and they're amazing against Greasefang. I'm running 3 Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. He kind of enables the deck. He lets me draw. He has a form of removal, and then if you do get his ultimate off, it's just GG's from there. I'm running 3 Supreme Verdict. It is a creature heavy format, so Supreme Verdicts work amazing. It's always nice to have them. I am only running 3 instead of the 4. In my best of 3, I do run 1 in the sideboard. Next, I'm running 3 Memory Deluge. This helps me to dig for the answers that I have in the deck. It lets me dig down, and then being able to flash back it for 7 and get a look at 7 instead of 4 cards to put the 2 in my hand is even better. It does make up for not having dig through times and stuff like that. It is great, and being able to use it twice is just great. I'm running only 2 Wandering Emperors. Most lists call for 3. I decided to drop it down. I actually dropped out the 3rd copy. I dropped it down to 2 and put 1 Test of Talents, I believe, in its spot. But the Wandering Emperor is great. She drops out swingers that you can make stronger. You can buff your man lands with it, give them permanent buffs, and being able to exile attack creatures is great. I'm running 4 Absorb. The 4 Absorb, it's great against the red decks for the life gain, but it's great against any deck. Just being able to counter their whatever they're trying to do is just nice. I'm running 3 Dovin's Vetoes. Again, in best of 3, I would have a 4th one in the sideboard. It can't be countered, and it counters a non creature spell, so it's nice. I am running the 2 Test of Talents, like I said. I dropped one of the Wandering Emperor and 1 Shark Typhoon down to put in 2 Test of Talents. Normally, Test of Talents would be a sideboard card for me, but because it's best of 1 and not best of 3, I wanted at least 1 main board, but I went with 2. Um, it has performed great for me so far, especially against pesky ultimatum decks. It's just normally I hit their ultimatum and it's GG's and they concede. Um, Running 3 sensors instead of 4. Uh, Again, that's because I wanted the reason a lot of these cards that I'm running 3 of instead of 4. It's mostly because I wanted to put more lands in the deck. Most decks call for 24. Control, you want 26 to 27. Sometimes you can get away with 25. I'm actually running 26. Uh, but again, the more land I can have, the more likely I'm to hit my land drops and be able to cast my control spells on curve. Sensors are great because it can be that bomb that completely changes the game whenever you unexpectedly get to counter it, or you can cycle it and end up drawing the bomb that changes the game. It doesn't always work that way, but that's the game of Magic. Next, I'm running 3 Fateful Absence. Uh, I like Fateful Absence. I don't like that it gives your opponent or whatever, because you could target your own stuff, but I don't like that it gives your opponent the ability to get card advantage through card draw with the clue. However, it's still a great removal spell. It can target a planeswalker or a creature. Being able to target planeswalkers is very nice for only 2 mana, and the only downside is they get to investigate, and they get a clue that they can pay 2 to draw a card. Um, with control, we should be ahead of them anyways. That giving them that small card advantage doesn't matter, but that's the only really downside. I'm not a fan of that downside, but I do run 3 because I am a fan of what the card does. My last spell is 3 copies of Lay Down Arms. Again, I would run 4, but wanted to have more land. It does exile a target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control, and then that creature's controller gains 3 life. So you are giving your opponent 3 life, but it's worth it to remove a bomb. And with the amount of planes that I'm running in the deck, you can normally remove just about anything that gets onto the battlefield with it. Um, so that there is my deck list. This is what I run in Explorer ranked best of 1. Uh, it's, as you can see, just a pretty straightforward control deck. Here's the numbers breakdown on it. It's running 20 instants, 8 sorceries, 1 enchantment, 5 planeswalkers with 26 lands. Um, Average curve out is 3.1. I have 25 that rely on planes pip, 22 that rely on island pip, and I think the mana base is about as perfect as I can get it. I wish that they had Prairie Stream on here. That would make it a little bit better of a mana base, but for what it is, I think the mana base is about as good as I can get it. I'm not running any creatures. Blue White Control doesn't need the creatures to win because you have the man lands and you have the Shark Typhoons. I'll pair that with the Wandering Emperor, and it's pretty solid. I mean, it speaks for itself. It has a high win rate, and it's just a fun overall deck to play. It's not so fun for your opponents to play against, but it is a fun deck to pilot once you learn how to pilot it. It is very mentally taxing to play because you have to know every deck in the format. You have to be able to recognize off of 1 or 2 lands what your opponent's trying to do so that you know what you need to do to control the board and win. Again, this was my UW Best of 1 control deck for ranked. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, put in the comments your thoughts on the deck, your thoughts on if you have ways to make it better or you have alternate cards that you use in your UW control builds. Or if you just want to see a video with a completely different deck, let me know. Always open to make videos on whatever. I do have a few other decks that I will be posting videos on, but UW Control is my bread and butter, so I wanted to go ahead and put that list out there since most of my videos will be with this deck. Uh, Again, y'all have a great day. Smash that like and subscribe button, the notification bell. Put in the comments your thoughts on the deck and anything you want to see. Have a great day.